Hey, what up, YouTube? It's been a long time. Armored Citizen here, and it's Thanksgiving for those of us in the U.S. It's sometime on the 23rd, I feel like, probably for most of Europe. And today, if I'm streaming this, I'm happy to announce that 3.0 hit the PTU Wave 1, which is, I guess, a mixture of first wave testers, so people that have done a lot of the testing and IC reports over the past year of 263, and then also for some concierge backers from what I've heard. So I'm just going to check the stream here to make sure it's up, even though it's mostly just for, oh yeah, they were up, I think. Sweet. All right. So yeah. Anyway, PTU, don't be too bummed out if you're not getting PTU. It's really buggy. It's I think I'm good to say. I've been under NDA, which is why I haven't been streaming. I've been waiting for some form of release to come so I can actually talk about this stuff. So big things that have changed. Just a little walkthrough here. The F key allows us to interact. It opens this interact mode, and I can open crap up. Eventually here, there's a little desync because the only server up at the moment is the Australian server. The middle mouse button allows us just to walk, which is really freaking cool. The graphics, oh my gosh. If you paid 2.6 recently, I don't know if the stream's going to really do it justice, but just the overall like differences in contrast, the lighting in here is just amazing. Let's see. A lot of the other controls are the same. We got our vitals and all that. We got our Mobiglass, which will open after it goes like this, and then down and up. So yeah, I got a little bit of money here. 9 billion, 99. Wait, no. What have I got? 99 million. That's enough. So you got all your oxygen ratings. This should be, yeah. Anyway. Uh-oh. I seem to be locked here. Let's see if I can't. Oh, it looks like the server might be going down. Well, we made it on for a second. But, yeah, anyway. I can't really stay. I gotta go to Thanksgiving. We're taking off to another town. So, I just wanted to show you all, make the announcement that the 3.0, the big 3.0 has hit the public realm, and we can talk about it now. So hopefully, oh hey, there we go. Cool. So this is desync. This is networking troubles here that they're working on. Oh, that doesn't look healthy. So then we got these screens here, which are basically the same as we had in the old version, but the difference is you got all your insurance and cargo and all that awesome stuff. So let's see. They've given us a few ships here to test. It's pretty cool. Let's see. And then just see. I think somebody's probably going to steal my ship, but since I got lots of money in a weekend, I'm going to spawn it anyway. So yeah, the big things it's missing mission givers. Um, I'm not sure. We haven't had them in for the recent testing, and from what I've heard, they're not in. I'd imagine we'd still get that in Evocati test before it goes live, just to make sure it doesn't. We get a lot of like really crazy bugs in there that you guys don't want to deal with. Trust me. Um, I don't want to deal with it most of the time. You get on it, you crash like 27 times in a row, like no joke, and it's just not fun. So this is way stable though, and yeah, it still needs a lot of polish. I think we're all maybe a little bit surprised that it's out, but at the same time, how cool. So yeah, here's the new Cutlass, which is, in my opinion, the best ship out now, as far as just like really feeling like a spaceship. Got a little Z fighting there in the corner of the screen. That's the sort of stuff that they can fix pretty easily with optimization. That's flashing and stuff like that. That'll all be gone. They got about 1 billion reports now from people with all the new testers. But oh, you know what? If anybody's chatting, I'm not even looking at it. There we go. Okay. I don't figure. I haven't broadcast for like a year, so don't figure anybody's watching. But anyway, yeah. It works. One of the best things you're gonna notice, and watch as soon as I say it, I'm gonna end up falling through, but you don't fall through. You don't fall through ships anymore, at least in single player. We haven't really tested multi-crew yet. But how cool is that? I think that probably should have stayed attached there, but oh well. More stuff to report. I'm kind of in like bug watching mode, so forgive me. Stuff like that, like, oh, that pylon isn't attached to its sheath, so that needs to be attached and bug report fixed. That's basically what we do. We'll look for stuff like that, we'll report it, write up a paper on it, and then they'll get to it. Right now, there's so many people testing, it's kind of hard, because they probably won't see them, but all right. But it's also good because they'll get a whole lot more stuff that we missed with, 2,000 people. Some more Z fighting. That's kind of new for this patch. We haven't been getting a whole lot of Z fighting stuff, so maybe that's just, you know what, maybe my settings, because I just downloaded another patch. Very high. Alright, field of view. Ah, how cool is that? Field of view. How cool. I wish they could get a little higher. I'm still hoping they'll go up to about 120. Just because 100 just isn't quite enough. But, you get too much over 120 and you just can't see anything at all. So, like, as far as the readouts and stuff like that. So, anyway, you gotta turn, T key is your flashlight. You gotta turn that off before you get in these seats. So the other thing that's new, when you get into these silly things, you actually have to turn it on. So you can go about it a couple ways. You can go and actually hit flight ready, or hit power on and then turn your engines on separately. It's cool too. You can, right now it's locked. You can open your exterior. But I guess we'll just click it. The F5 key will also do all that for you, which it's cool pushing the buttons, but after like 2 or 3 times, you're just like, I think I'll just push the F5 key and take off. All right. Now spacebar goes up, maybe? Maybe? I seem to be stuck to the ground. Are my engines on? Let's try this again. There we go. Cool. You know, that speech that you probably heard, I don't know if you can hear game sounds in here. I haven't really tested this stream very much. The speech is new. Oh man, look at all these people here. Man, ships everywhere. Look at that. How cool. So it's basically what it was. The for those of you that have dealt with the travesty that was the Cutlass before, you now have control, and pretty good control. You'll see the frame rate's really struggling here. It's just, you know, it's been under load. It's still being tested. We also got some pop in on the stars. You can probably see that's due to a bug with the motion blur not turning off. And there is or actually it may be the anti-aliasing, to be totally honest. So I'm sure long run they'll program it so that the anti-aliasing skips the stars in the background. Should be nice. Alright, I'm going to lift my landing gear with the N key. I'm going to hit the home key. And eventually I'll get this thing. There we go. The home key goes to your map. Set the destination at Daymar. See if it closes. It might close. There we go. And hold the B key down when pointing at that little dot there. I'm pointing like you can see my screen, but oh, sweet. And Daymar. Now the other thing, and I haven't checked it on this batch, but up to present, we haven't been able to use SLI. So that's a good thing to know if your computer's just kind of barely chugging along. You're not going to be able to use SLI. So what does that say? 500. Let's see, try to find a outpost here in the day. But yeah, if your computer's just barely chugging along. So holding down the shift key when you're at full speed, if you can go in a straight line, that's super fast. So that's pretty cool too. I'm gonna try to speed over here to this this outpost and land real quick. There's one closer, but it's in the dark side of the planet. The planets all rotate, so that's really cool. They're actively rotating. You can watch the sunrise. You can watch the sunset. It happens very quick. And it's very hard to land in the dark. Very, very hard. I'm looking back because we're going to have to leave soon, so you don't want an angry wife. Alright, we're getting there. I could have taken, there's these little points around that you can see floating in atmosphere. You can actually quantum travel to those points. Hey there. So here's, still looks good. Here's another little bug. The textures just aren't quite loading in the way they should. If they were loading in right, there'd be a lot more color to the planet. Or moon, sorry, moon. That's the thing to remember. These things are massive, and they're just moons. We're getting planets. And if I quantum traveled, it might fix that. Sometimes it does. If you're getting that all the time, just try quantum traveling. I should have quantum traveled. I forgot how long it takes to properly fly. Now I could have gotten out of my seat, but because I don't want to bug out, I'm not going to. I believe the personal radar is going to go away here soon, which I think will help out a lot. And I've been fighting the good fight to try to get our heads raised just a little bit more so we have a little bit of a down angle. Because right now, at least in this ship, the console comes all the way up, like right into the very middle of your view. It's like your target pip is almost completely covered. Well, no, not quite, but it's almost covered by it. So maybe, hopefully, they'll raise up the seat a little bit, lower the consoles maybe. Something so we can see would be great. How we doing? 300. Is there anything closer? Let's see. Oh, we're getting there. It's really hard to read that. We've also been trying to get them to highlight the text with some black so that we can actually read it. Maybe someday. Which way is the planet rotating? We're getting there, though. They're only 200 kilometers away. Coming about halfway already. Gotta be careful not to get into the atmosphere, 'cause that'll slow you down. The other cool thing is we got these menu systems here. Whoops. Wrong key. Here we go. Don't want to slow down. All right, come on. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be a good one. Oh, I almost drank from the wrong coffee cup. That would have been horrible. Bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum, bum 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 bum. I'm just gonna land at one of these and then we'll be good to go. That's where we're going, right there. If we don't crash out first, but we'll see. No, I'm too early. Let's keep going. Well, this gives you a little bit of the idea of the scale of these things, which is just huge. Alright, almost there. That's good enough. Be careful not to get going too fast. So I go max speed. Oh, there we got color. Do we have atmospheric effects? There we go. Oh, I'm going far too fast. So it's a little broken right now. All right. Well, somehow we lived. We still seem to have thrusters. And here's an outpost. Alright, and we'll see if this guy decides he wants to kill us. He'll be able to, because obviously you can see by the door there's a lot of lag. Looks like they added a lot of the effects back in that they had taken out before. We got some pathways here. That's cool. Toot 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 toot. Come on. There we go. And here we go. Now we're in a mining facility. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? It's because I didn't turn it off. I can't actually add it to the inventory. Alright, so that's about that. I don't know if I can spawn ships here or not. I may be trapped. Ah, there we go. Ah! I almost made it. It says depressurized. So this is backwards. There we go. That works. We're out. We're free. So yeah, this is a cool facility. It looks like they turned some of the animations off. These things, I guess they're for salt mining or something. That's what they were saying. Those things go, they move. They're all animated and everything. They look really cool. So each one of these is a little bit different. I'll go over this other big one because it takes a while to get into each one of these things. And you'll have missions that'll take you here too. But you can do things like spawn rovers and all that good stuff. I think this eventually, this little one here is meant for rover spawning. Let's see if I can spawn one real quick here before my... Actually, you know what I should spawn? I should spawn a Nox, because I have not actually gotten to ride a Nox yet. If it lets me. See if I can... Oh, there we go. I've heard they're terrifying. Hey, there it is. It spawned upright, so that's cool. That's more than we've had in the past. I'm hoping I push the button. There we go. Nice. And I think I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it in, if it rides, that is. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it in the back of the Cutlass. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not in the right spot, is it? There we go. So we used to have this old bug, and I wonder if it's the case here. Let's just power it off. And then power it back on. Whoa. Jeez. Ugh. Ah. Okay, yep, still a death trap. Jeez. Holy crap. So I don't think this thing's supposed to fly. But I think it actually bounced so much. Jeez. This thing's terrifying. Oh, okay, there, now we're on the ground again. See if I can park this thing in the back. I've never tried this before. Dragonfly works a lot better. Oh, jeez. This is not gonna work, you guys. I'm just gonna end up blowing this thing up. Oh, wait. Can I back up at all in this thing? It doesn't seem to do the back up very well. Oh my god. Okay, get off of this horrible device. There we go. Whew. So those are terrifying. Terrifying. All right. Well, I don't want to. Oh, let's see, and now it's in the air. It's just doing its own thing. I don't want to lose my cutlass, so I'm gonna teleport back and then get going before my wife decides to kill me. But this is 3-0. This patch is way more stable than our last patch, which is really cool. I've got most of my stuff together already. I just need shoes. That's it. Don't worry, I'm heading back to land and we're on our way. You see, kids, this is how gaming gets you in trouble with your wife. This is how CIG gets you in trouble. Alright.
Every time that screen goes red from flying, I feel like you're intentionally killing your character a little bit. Like just inflicting brain damage every time.
Kind of, yeah. It's oxygen depriving my character. Okay. And close. And close. Okay.
How many people you got on watching?
Nobody. At this point, I'm just taking my ship back so I don't lose it. If I logged off right now, I would lose my ship. Because they haven't... Eventually, they're going to have beds, and then we can just hop in a bed and log off, and then your ship will despawn with you, and then when you spawn back in, you'll spawn in the same spot.
So what happens if you log off right now?
If I log off right now, I'll wake up back at Port Alazar, and my ship will be gone.
That's not intentional though. So one day.
Yeah, no, that's...
Place where if you don't lay down in a bed, but you log off while in your ship because your computer crashes or something.
Then an AI will take over, and it'll fly it back to the last port that you were at. But you then have the risk of, you know, it getting shot as the AI is flying back. So it could show up with damages or whatever. I'm sure they'll have like a random number generator that predicts all that, you know, rather than actually practically doing it. But maybe they'll do it practically. Request landing. Sweet. And then for those of you watching, you have to power off your ship. Otherwise it doesn't consider it as landed. Oh. I was like, what's going on? When you started using the controller since it was plugged in. Apparently PlayStation controllers work. And then you have to get out of your ship too. As soon as you're out of your ship, you can log off. And it should despawn with you. That wasn't the greatest parking job. Alright, and that's it. Alright. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll try to do some more like actual planned videos. This caught us completely off guard at going live. So anyway, take care everybody.